Are good to go.
All right, welcome to Subjectively Correct, episode 12. Back-to-back weeks on my channel. I'm holding it hostage from Jake until he makes content. Well, technically did a stream. We'll get to that. I am the Final Take, of course. This is the channel you're watching it on if you're seeing it. This is Jake to my other side.
Yep,
How are we doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I waited until today to watch the finale so it would be fresh because I also just didn't want to watch it. And it was the worst 57 minutes of my entire life.
Dude. Okay. So, you've seen my video, correct?
Yeah, I watched yours. It was very funny.
Okay. So, I just want to. It was so funny to me when I was compiling the clips for that cold open. It was hilarious. I might pull it up real quick just to walk you through. It was so funny. In the end, the only good clips I really had was from episode 2, because that was when we still had, at least I had some like remote level of caring and hoping the show would be good. And you were still mad then because we were still talking about it. Every other clip after that, we were so dejected when we were talking about Peacemaker. And that was my like, I guess, attitude towards it until I watched the finale. I was just like, bro, I got mad for the same reason I think most of the gun bros, who we'll get to, because they're going to be a big topic of conversation here, were mad about, which was like, I was at this point, I don't think the show's going to be good. At least hope we could see a Superman cameo or something will happen in the story.
Maybe we'll get some good action scenes in the superhero show. Maybe just one good action scene, but no good action.
Nothing happened. Yeah, and literally nothing happened. So of course, if you haven't seen it, go check out my new video. It's up. It's one of my favorite videos I've made so far. The cold open kind of came off pretty naturally here. Starting off with my 8 weeks ago, obviously I had said I still had some hope this would turn around. Immediately cut to our instant reactions. So you can see here the passion behind the eyes. We cared at this point in time.
There was life behind our eyes.
There was some actual like care going on here, and you can see that as the clips go forward. Look at that. I mean, we're yelling about it. We thought that this was gonna turn around. We were like, why is this happening? We reached a point where we were, and then so we're mind blown, and then I don't remember what episode this was we were talking about. Look how even the audio clip. Let me play some of the audio real quick. Completely ruined a whole bunch more stuff about. Bro, it's like even the way we were talking. We went from why does this suck so much? Oh, I'm also wearing the same shirt. I didn't even realize that. To like, yeah, this opening scene completely ruined even more stuff about Harcourt, who is an interesting character in season 1, but whatever, guess they're not anymore. It was like, dude, look at you, look at your eye. You do not care. You were like, I didn't even watch season 1, so I don't even have any reason to care about the show. Whereas for me, it was like, I actually watched season 1. That's why this pissed me off so much, and it keeps going. Obviously, I don't remember if the next clip is the only other. Bro, I was fully checked out by whatever episode this was. This might have been the second episode. Bro, it was just so funny for me to see this, just watching the progression of not. Look at me, bro. I am just not. There is no thought behind these eyes. There was zero thought happening. Obviously, you're ranting. Back to this episode where we cared. This is pretty much the rest of the clips. Us caring. Bird blindness, of course.
Bro, bird blindness pissed me off so much, and now I'm just like, it's not even the worst part of the show.
Yeah. It's funnily enough one of the few dialogue scenes that actually contributed. I have since been copyright hit because WB is just the most miserable company to try to go around. I thought I avoided it because, dude, let me even pull up the. I don't even remember where it is. I guess this would be part of it, bro. It's flipped,
inverted,
so it's literally mirrored, and then I shrink it, which has been fine for all the other stuff. And now I've learned that it's actually just better at this point if I just literally take clips from the show. Because I have the full out of bio sequence in here. That didn't get hit at all. So it's just this stuff that they upload. Also, the thing that annoys me is that they literally just like didn't tell me when I uploaded it the first time. They literally said you're all good, nothing, there's no problems here.
That happens like every time.
Like, yeah. So that was awesome. I'm glad. It seems like it hasn't hurt the performance at all because it got hit too late. It's up to 400 views now, 15 likes, and only 2 comments, which is the opposite of what I was expecting. At this point, so when I make these DC, or I guess are we ready to call it the GCU? Can we call it the Gun Cinematic Universe yet?
I feel like we probably should.
Okay. Ever since this Gun Cinematic Universe stuff started, it's like you can't look at the comments because the only people who are going to comment are these gun bros, and it won't be any attacks on the content of your video because what you're saying is 100% correct. It'll literally just be ad hominem attacks.
Yeah.
They'll just call you stupid and say you're media illiterate or whatever. Because that's what happened on my first Peacemaker video, where I, by the way, literally wasn't even insulting the show. I was like, this is really weird how they have all of these things happening, and you don't even know what universe it is. It's kind of weird. I don't know if it's a great idea. And they were just like, bro, if you didn't understand episode 1, you're an idiot. You just have low IQ points, bro.
What do you mean you don't like it, bro?
Bro, you're just a dummy.
You probably have bird blindness, bro.
Well, that wasn't a thing yet. We weren't familiar with the bird blindness game yet. And then, of course, the Creature Commando video is the one that, like, look, I already didn't like Gun Bros because I think they're stupid, and I think that they have a complete illogical. Like, if you still think Superman's a good movie, and I think, at least I am, you might be as well. I don't remember if you're harsher on it than me or not, but I think at least both of us combined, I think we are way easier on Superman than most people who have like actually taken the time to review it.
Yeah. I
think it goes down the more we think about it, but
we weren't exactly nice, but like we weren't
compared
I don't feel that we were nitpicky. I feel like we just took the big stuff that actually mattered. Well, I don't think we got super nitpicky about it.
I don't even think most of the stuff is nitpicky because almost everything in the movie's broken. There's a video out there by Little Platoon, which I know some people probably feel some type of way about Little Platoon. His voice he sometimes annoys me a bit, but his Superman video is like 4.5 hours long. I'm like 45 minutes into it. Very good. Highly recommend that to anyone who thinks Superman's a good movie still. It definitely deconstructs that movie to an extent.
Yeah.
I think I have reached a point where it's probably, I guess I can't even say it's the worst Superman movie because I haven't seen all of the Superman movies, so I'll be somewhat fair. I think the only thing I'm really lighter on than most people at this point is Lex. I think a lot of people are super like unsold by Lex's motivation in the movie, and they don't. Whereas I feel like it made sense, but I also understand all the criticisms about it, so it's like,
yeah.
But that obviously sucked, and I to avoid the Gun Bros, I titled my review a little differently. And they didn't annoy me. They didn't even come to that video. The Peacemaker one they came to, and I was like, all right, they're just being stupid. They're not, bro. It was the Creature Commandos one, because I ripped that show apart pretty well in my opinion, as far as not even minor thing. I didn't go super in the weeds. I just talked about the broad problems with it, and I pointed out that no one watched it, which was kind of the whole premise behind the video.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, what's a better YouTube video title? Is this the barely watched, seen by almost nobody,
the seen by
DCU James Gunn
300
show,
people show,
or the Forgotten show? Obviously, Forgotten sounds better. And the Gun Bros, the lobotomites, they couldn't handle it. They were like, I remember it. And bro, the Peacemaker one's even more satisfying because now they're pissed because they were expecting cameos out the left, right, and hoo-ha, you know? They were expecting Blue Beetle. They were expecting Superman. They were expecting all this stuff. So the Peacemaker episode's like 6 point something. It's the lowest rated one, which that's way too high. And also, it's not the worst Peacemaker episode. But they're so mad it's finally actually taking effect a bit. And so they don't even have a reply. There's a couple of gun bros who found my video, and they literally don't have a response. They just go and type womp womp in the comments. It's like, all right, cool. You lost the argument. So please, anyone out there who disagrees and thinks Peacemaker, because the whole purpose of my video is telling you about the cancerous writing in it, because it is cancerous writing. Feel free, head on over and disprove any of my claims, because you can't. Because they're all true. There's maybe one or two that are like, but I think for the most part, and I broadly, dude, I mean, I only talked about like 3 specific scenes even as to like what I went in depth on. Because I went on the Adebayo freaking runaway scene, which I just think was the perfect culmination and summary of how stupid this show was.
Yeah, that was like the most, like,
how not even how stupid. The stupid part was
like I was watching someone's dream. Like,
hold on, the thing where I watched the thing I broke down, because I wanted to break down something that showed how stupid the show itself was, how horrible the writing was, and then the finale briefly because it was fresh in my mind. So the stupid part was the Eagle Hunter, where I was kind of like, I can just explain this. Like, I literally can just say this to somebody. That's why I said in my video, I was like, I can't go plot by plot, step by step, like I did with Creature Commandos, because I will sound schizophrenic.
Yeah.
So I did that with the Master Eagle Hunter, and I was like, this is what happened. I'm not adding.
It sounded like I was listening to something, like, sounded like
I'm not adding
had
fluff.
a mental breakdown. And
exactly, I'm not adding fluff. I'm literally telling you exactly what happened. I'm not exaggerating to make it seem like it's like, this is how stupid the show is. He's flying around in a loincloth as an astral projection to track an eagle. Bro, no, that's just what happened.
I feel like a good way to compare it is like watching Peacemaker is like being in a really weird dream. But you know how when you're in a dream, you have like in your head you have a lot of context for what's happening, even if like you shouldn't. You just kind of know what's going on around you. It's like a dream without that, where you're just like it's like watching somebody else dream.
I mean, basically, it is.
It's like, why is
this is a James Gunn fever dream?
Yeah, it's like, why is there an orgy right now? How did the plot lead us to an orgy? Why is
and then obviously
Yondu dancing around in a loincloth hunting eagles? Like,
that is who that dude. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. I literally that just registered. I hated that character so much, dude. When I was talking about episode, James Gunn wasn't necessarily lying when he said 6, 7, and 8 are like different episodes. Because when I was writing through my script, I forgot everything that happened before because it was so irrelevant to the show. And it's even funnier because 6 and 7 are their own thing, and then 8 is completely separate from anything else in the show. Yeah. It was literally, I know we're jokingly kind of saying it's like Loki, where it was like you have to watch this and then go watch that. The only difference is it's actually worse than Loki because you just have to watch the finale episode.
Yeah, you can literally just watch the finale.
Because guess what? It literally, and I kind of talked about this too in my video with the character, or it was either the characters or it was the writing. I don't remember. You would be off in a better understanding of what was going on if you watched all of season 1 and then just the finale. Because of how bad the character arcs were. Because they just reset the character arcs and went through them again.
Mm-hmm.
That scene where they're all happy-go-lucky walking out of the...
That literally should have been the opening of season 2.
That makes more sense for what the character development was in the last season.
Yeah.
The other thing doesn't.
Yeah. It felt like the season finale should have been the first episode of a season.
So, we didn't... The last couple weeks, we have not really talked about Peacemaker because we were kind of saving it up for this one.
Mm.
We talked about, I feel like we hit basically. The only thing we didn't do was talked about pretty much everything I need to about the show with my video. The only thing we didn't do was go super into how dumb that Adebayo scene was. We mentioned it, but we didn't We didn't really go turbo into it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to go scene by scene in any of those other episodes. So from what you remember about those, but mainly the finale here, because obviously it's fresher in your mind. I watched it Friday.
Yeah.
My weekend was watch it, sit down, script, record, and then edit. And I was done by Sunday night. So it was 45-minute video too. It was a lot of work, but I got through it. And so I then immediately blocked that out of my head. I was so mad. That's how I was able to script. I was like just so annoyed. I hate when shows waste my time. Now, when the whole season's wasting my time, and then the finale wastes my time.
Yeah.
Even more. It's like, okay, now I'm just mad. Whereas before, I didn't even care about it, and I had reached a point where I didn't care anymore. I was just watching it because we were gonna talk about it. And then this was just like, after it just pissed me off so much.
Yeah.
And how terrible this is the horrible CGI shot of him it's like the final shot when he's standing in the door, and we're seeing it from the other side view. Dude, that shot was so bad. I didn't even get to talk about some of the terrible CGI in the finale because I was so mad about all the writing stuff in it that I just didn't have time to talk about it.
Yeah, it was bad. It was.
Yeah, your thoughts on episode 8 on the finale?
It just had nothing to do with like 90% of the season. Like, the only thing that was connected was like Rick Flag talking to Lex, and then Rick Flag like recruiting the guy to work on the alien technology portal stuff. That was the only connection from the entire season to the finale episode, which makes no sense. And then rehashing all of the hardcore stuff again. And then showing us the hardcore stuff.
And making it even stupider.
Yeah, making it dumber than it ever was before.
Oh, wait.
Disregarding it, and then, like, validating it, coming full circle, and, like, maybe they are a thing now. It's so bad.
The reason I was super pissed after the finale, and I didn't get to, like, I could have probably made a 70-minute video about this, because it's been the joke we've been making, is like, oh, music video time. There were four music videos in this finale.
Yeah. It's literally
4 of them.
Every couple minutes, I was like, music video.
Bro, oh my god.
Bro, I was watching it, and
I think the opening scene of the finale is the only scene I like in this season. There was like actual conversation happening. They weren't saying the F word every other sentence. So it was like, and then like everything with the Robert Patrick scene where he's talking about trying to do better in his world, right up until Vigilante jumps through the window, and then it becomes one of my least favorite scenes because it's just back to classic James Gunn undercutting serious moments with a joke. So
yeah.
You were about to say sorry.
You're
talking about music videos.
Oh yeah, Garrett came up to me and he was like, while I was watching it, and he was like, "Is it good? Like, should I watch it at all?" And I was like, "No, you definitely don't need to watch it. It's just crazy that this is the lead up to the next Superman movie. Like this is the lead up, and it was the scene with the song you texted me about. The
one effing my art in EA.
Yeah. And I was like,
yeah, I talked about that in my video.
What could this possibly have to do with Superman? And why is this the song we chose? Why is there any reason for us to use F my heart in the ass?
Because it's funny.
For a montage. It wasn't even funny.
No, it's funny, just like James Gunn.
It wasn't even funny. It was
every other sentence.
It wasn't funny. It was literally just a montage of like, oh, Rick Flag and the executives are happy, and all the people doing the actual work are sad and getting murdered. Because they weren't making any progress either. They had nothing to be happy about. It was literally just the people that work for him dying.
Yes, in a vacuum, that's true. On top of that, did James Gunn watch Superman? Because Rick Flag Sr. wasn't super on board. Not to mention, bro.
No, he was anti everything Lex was doing.
The metahumans have been around for 300
years.
Hey, in the MCU, Jake, I have a question. let's say Iron Man 2008, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was when Iron Man takes place. When does Captain America Civil War take place?
Less than 10
8
years later.
years later.
Yeah.
8 years later, 2016. What was the whole reason behind the Sokovia Accords?
The destruction from superheroes. And people dying.
So wait, you're saying the ramifications of superheroes, the governments of the world actually considered it in less time? Because I'd like to point out,
not 300 years. Not 300 years.
There were metahumans fighting in the Revolutionary War. No, they were fighting in the French and Indian War. Even before that.
That was Eagle Hunter, bro.
It's like, bro, like what, like they've been around. I don't know if this was because he had the Frankenstein thing in Creature Commandos, which was the 1800s. So he needed. So, do you think he just got so hooked on that 3 thing? Like he thought it sounded cool?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was. He literally just thought the 3 thing was super tough and badass.
Dude, you remember when we saw that coming on screen? We were like, this movie might be good because we hadn't really. Dude, I've been thinking about this.
The 300 years thing was actually like potentially interesting if there was any amount of thought behind it.
That's what Platoon. So one of the points Platoon makes that's really good in this video. Just because you avoid the origin story doesn't mean you can avoid world building.
Exactly. You can't just be like, it's not like his origin story never happened. We're just not watching it on screen. You still have to understand the ramifications of it happening. And you can't just like change Jor-El and then be like, no, but he's still Superman. It's like, no, it's a fundamentally different background now that you have to continue to deal with for the rest of the DCU because you thought it was a funny, silly little joke.
Okay. I know we did this a while ago with AI, but this came to my head when I was leaving the gym the last couple days. Dude, do you know how much easier we would have gone on that movie? It could play out the exact same way, still be as trash, and like afterwards we would have taken the rose-tinted glasses off and we would have been like, oh, that movie sucked. If the first 5 minutes, bank robbery, right? Something's going on. We'll go bank robbery because that's easier. Got basic, underpowered, no superpower guys with guns just in there. Right? They're holding hostages. The police have arrived. Superman busts down the wall, takes out one, takes the super cool fight scene going on. Right? He's getting shot with the bullet. There's some cool slow motion effects in there.
Save somebody.
Show off the super speed. No, that's not. Then the final shot, right? It's like he's defeated everyone else. Hostage guy is a hostage at gunpoint holding him. You know, it's a kid. I'll kill the kid. Right? Superman negotiating, but he's like super. He's got the super big present. Sir, and he's like trying to be good. It's not like Batman is just gonna batarang, quick dash, fear, multi take down that guy. He's like talking about. He's trying to negotiate, and right when it's clear he's not gonna negotiate, super slow mo. He dashes over there. Right? Show the super speed of him getting there before the bullet fires, fast and speeding bullet, blah blah blah. You know that whole thing. Saves the kid. He's all corny, and like he's cheesy and corny, like you would kind of that feeling you would get for Superman. And then it's like outside, whatever. It's Lois Lane. What do you Superman get interviewed? No. You can print. I fight for truth, justice, and the American way. Flies off. Superman title screen flashes up, and then we're into the movie. We would have been so much easier on that movie if that. Yeah, no,
they would have gaslit me.
Instead of the opening scene, just him going in the sand, in the snow.
Bro, or if they did, Fantastic Four wasn't great. If they did the opening montage of like Superman stopping crimes, taking down villains, getting better with his like, if they showed a 1 minute montage, it would have been a better movie.
Said. I don't know if I said his last name. The guy who's done the last few Mission Impossible movies said if he was doing a Superman movie, his first 5 minutes would be there'd be no dialogue. He didn't really go in depth on what he'd do. He'd be like, but by the end of it, you'd know exactly who Superman is and what he stands for and what he does.
Yeah.
Mine added some dialogue because I want that truth, justice, and the American way line in there because it makes sense. But whatever, hey, because it's kind of a cheesy line. Like it's not. I think it's a cool line in a sense, but it'd be a cheesy thing to say after breaking up a bank, robbing a hostage. All the kids are like, "Oh my gosh, Superman, yeah!" It's like Lois wants an interview, and he's like, "No, I don't have time for that." It's like, what? How about a quote? "I fight for truth, justice, and the American way." And then he blasts off. The John Williams theme swells, and we get the Superman instead of him getting beat by the Hammer Bravia 3 minutes ago. He gets healed. Horrible exposition scene. They're saying, here, I'm going to translate exactly what his parents are saying, even though everyone here understands what's being said.
Yeah.
And then flies back off. Goofy flying scene that was only in the trailers that James Gunn said, and it's not in the movie because James Gunn never lies.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the super weird pops off his chest Superman title screen, and then he loses another fight immediately after that. Even if they kept the same opening and he comes back and beats the snot out of the Hammer Bravia, it's a better movie. Me and you are so much lighter on our review of that movie. We're like, it's probably a 7 out of 10. There's a couple problems with it, but it's really, the opening is so good. And it's like we would not have gone straight to. He doesn't win a fight. The writing sucks. The dialogue sucks. Everything sucks.
Bro, I'd rather they did like a Rocky 3 style montage of Superman taking down villains, and then like Ultraman or Lex using different people, whatever, like getting better at taking. I'd rather watch The Incredibles than watch Superman. Like, it's just bad.
Yeah, I'd rather watch The Incredibles than Yeah, no crap. I'd rather watch The Lord of the Rings than War of the Worlds.
Well, I mean, okay.
Incredibles is one of the best superhero movies ever made.
That's a good point. I meant like the Syndrome killing all the heroes and stuff. Like, I'd rather that kind of arc than any single thing we got in Superman.
I guess, yeah. I get what you're saying. I thought
it was meant to be an insult, but I really like The Incredibles, so it really was.
Well, The Incredibles is like one of the best superhero movies ever made, so it's kind of like I was like, what? What does that mean? Yeah. But yeah, bro, I opened Superman on HBO Max and it just made me so mad again because I had to see that the 3 centuries thing. I had to get the exact wording of what it was. I couldn't quite remember.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, bro, it just makes me so mad when I see it because I wanted that movie to be good so badly.
Yeah, like people are like, well, dude, you must not like Superman. You just must not like the hopeful. You must be like a Snyder bro. And I'm like, no, I wanted that movie to be good more than I would have cut a finger off for that movie
Snyder
to
too.
be amazing. It's like, no, I hate that too. I like the cinematography.
Don't worry. I hate literally everything.
I hate everything, bro. Trust me. It's like, no.
Trust me. I think they both suck.
No, I swear, they're both horrible, bro. Trust me. I haven't liked a Superman movie since 1973, and I wasn't alive.
Max Lord, you're putting yourself and others in danger. Bro, yeah.
Bro, the last good Superman movie was 33 years before I was born.
Yeah.
Which is...
Superman lost at the box office to anime and racing cars. Yeah. To a basic, really entertaining and competently written, but basic racing movie.
Literally just basic sports movie. Not even racing specifically. Literally just generic sports plot.
Rocky 6, but like, good.
Yeah.
Old guy comes back.
It lost to the Rocky 6 template of storytelling.
Yeah.
Technically speaking.
Dude, I finished Tires season 2 today. Bro. Okay, first off, it's a really funny show, and it's really... Dude, there is genuinely no better way of being able for me to point out the point I was making. That was the first part of my video, which is the most basic thing that Peacemaker can't do, which is have a plot A and a plot B.
Mm-hmm.
A plot, B plot. Then Tires, bro.
Yeah.
The exact same formula. Episode 1, what's the big conflict in the season? I don't exactly remember season 1, but season 2, Will wants to expand the tire shop. That's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, you got your endpoint. How's he get there? He needs the loan. He needs this. His dad doesn't want the loan. His dad wants to retire, but so now he's gonna lose his job. So every episode has your A plot. But you still need some more because you need Shane to do some stuff. So there's a random thing chucked in. And the first episode was the gun. The gun and that guy was super mad that his car wasn't getting fixed. That's the first episode of Tires B plot, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's so basic. It's literally just the most simplistic, and that's the best one I can do because it's like, because the number one response I was expecting, although they seem to be cowering in fear at the thought of trying to attack any intellectual point on my video, is I was expecting, well, it's actually supposed to be funny.
It's like, it's not funny though.
Well, no, not even that. It's like, well, it's a comedy, so it's not supposed. It's like, well, no, it does because South Park and tires.
Yeah.
Well, the story's ridiculous. Yeah, you don't think the side plot of Shane Gillis brought a gun to work and this dude's super mad that his car doesn't work and then Cal accidentally points a gun at the guy? You don't think that's a ridiculous story? It is a ridiculous story. But every beat pushes it along. I don't care if it's a ridiculous story. I just want it to make sense and flow normally.
Yeah. It should have things that happen in the episode should affect the rest of the episode and potentially future episodes.
You mean like bird blindness?
Yeah. That
Isn't it hilarious that we should have gotten more bird blindness conversation types?
It genuinely does piss me off that of like most of the dialogue, bird blindness did have the most actual story ramification out of anything.
Yeah.
Like that genuinely pisses me off.
And you know what's funny? It still didn't, because the finale of the show had There's two finales.
Also, why is Flurry working with them at the end? It makes no sense. It makes 0 sense. They hate him. Economos, the only one that like knows him, hates him. Harcourt, who kind of knows him, hates him. Why are they working together? They don't like him. It doesn't make sense. It's so dumb. Bordeaux, they all hate him. Why would they work together? Genuinely.
Judo Master thinks he's an idiot too.
Every single. Why are they working with Judo Master? I don't know.
But no, Judo Master because
him and Adebayo had a moment.
Because they bonded over.
Fine.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Also, the fact that the person who wears their superhero suit the most in this show is Judo Master pisses me off. Why do I see Judo Master's suit way more than I see Peacemakers, and infinitesimally more than I see Vigilantes?
I think you technically see Vigilantes more than Peacemakers.
Really?
You might.
Well, I mean, Vig wears it in like one episode.
You could double it. Technically.
Technically, yeah.
I don't know, dude. I honestly, the whole everything, the writing and all of it was so trash that I didn't even clock until the finale. I was like, was there a single Peacemaker action scene?
Yeah, I just didn't notice that they weren't there because I literally just every time I was watching the show, I just wanted the episode to be over.
There was just one, and it was like my favorite sequence of the show, even though I thought it was freaking stupid and trash still. When he fights the Sons of Liberty in that what was it, a BMV? I don't remember.
Yeah,
whatever. But it was like, and he wasn't even wearing the suit for it, so it's like Daredevil all over again. But
I feel like he barely even used guns. He was just like stabbing most of them.
He didn't. Yeah, he was stabbing.
But it was like, it's a Peacemaker show. It's
season 1.
I
kept going to season 1 because I was like, season 1 is not great TV. It's basic. It would be if the scale hasn't gotten so messed up from thanks to mainly the MCU, but of like superhero shows, it's like it should be like a 4 out of 10 as far as superhero show goes. There's good character development, the story's a little whatever, kind of some of the politics in there a little whatever. The acting's pretty solid. I think some of the characters are good, other ones aren't. But because it actually has character development and it flows around like a normal story, like that A plot B plot thing I was talking about, it's like in the 80th percentile of superhero shows.
Yeah.
It's like 5th. You got Daredevil, you got Punisher, season 1, season 2, whatever. Jessica Jones, season 1. Is there anything good?
The Iron Fist intro?
No, The Boys season 1 is 4th. I would, just off the top of my head, I'm not saying this is definitive, but Peacemaker season 1 is like 5th, I guess, in my list of like superhero shows that isn't garbage.
Yeah.
So it's like
people are gonna WandaVision. WandaVision sucked. WandaVision was a horrible
Peacemaker
show.
season 1 is better than WandaVision.
100%. No question.
Yeah, it's better than all of the MCU shows.
Yeah.
But Peacemaker season 2 might be at the very bottom of the list.
It genuinely might be.
Is it worse than Ironheart?
No.
Ironheart kind of had the A plot going for it. Remember, she wanted money so that she could do more crime. So she had to commit crimes to get to each.
Ironheart might be better than Peacemaker season 2.
I think it is. I think it has to be. She wore the suit more.
From a pure storytelling, like, we technically have a plot perspective, Ironheart technically has more of a plot than Peacemaker season 2.
Oh my god.
I never thought I would hate a show more than I hated Ironheart.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know if I hate it more. It's just, like, worse. Because it doesn't even have kind of a plot.
No, the only reason I don't hate it more is because of season 1. If season 1 didn't exist, I would hate Peacemaker more because the characters are not likable remotely in season 2.
Well, neither's Ironheart. Literally the only thing Ironheart does have is it technically has a plot and a story.
It's the same, but the same level of likableness essentially is translated across Ironheart.
Yeah.
And for me, I know it's not for you, and it's not. I don't think it's below either of these two. Invincible's down there for me as far as likable characters to plot worthy, like actual stuff I want to watch and stupid writing. At least there's some action scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually think either of these are the worst. I would put probably multiple seasons of The Boys down there, just because of like, it's all of this on top of the fact that they're trying to be way too edgy and they're just doing the nastiest thing possible.
Yeah, it's not even being edgy; it's literally just being.
And you agree with this take, right? Like, so everything James Gunn has done, and to an extent, and I fully agree with this. Actually, I was about to say to an extent, everything James Gunn has done is literally just Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, it's all.
I know we've talked about this. We talked about the story beats.
Yeah.
But obviously, Guardians of the Galaxy is, Guardians 2 is, Guardians 3 is. Those are all Guardians movies. The Suicide Squad is Guardians of the Galaxy R-rated, right? Peacemaker Season 1 is the only thing I would say isn't quite, and even then it still is a little bit.
It's still, like, generally the same, but it's kind of different.
But once again, that's probably, I'd say Guardians of the Galaxy R-rated. You got Creature Commandos, which is Guardians of the Galaxy animated version. You've got Superman, which is Guardians of the Galaxy PG version, even though it's PG-13, but it feels PG. And then you have Peacemaker Season 2, which is Guardians of the Galaxy X-rated.
Yeah.
It's like, everything's the exact same.
Yeah.
And literally the dude is a complete, the dude's a cuck. I can't keep defending it. He puts cuck stuff in all of his shows, and he just really wants people to just bone his wife. This is so funny.
I mean, I also understand that it must be weird seeing your wife kissing another person.
Yeah.
I don't ever think about it like that, though. When two actors are on screen, it just doesn't, it doesn't feel, it feels so technical.
Yeah. Sure.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
To her, it's probably, when you're an actor, you kind of think about that. Like, this thing I was like, kind of, I was getting annoyed, and some of them were funny, but it was kind of just reaching a point where it was ridiculous with the Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld thing with Sinners. Where it was like, bro, Josh Allen must be so insecure. I'm like,
it's like, bro,
yeah, he's literally the reigning NFL MVP.
Yeah,
and he actually married her, so I don't think he is.
It's like, no, Josh Allen's actually him. I don't think he's worried about it at all.
Yeah. It's what James Gunn
Well,
said.
and this was especially,
and it's like,
this was especially technical because we had the Phantom camera and everything was in slow motion, and you guys had...
Oh, cool! What, Economos?
That's not Economos.
No, that actor's Economos.
It is?
Yes.
Oh.
He dyes his beard. Remember, that's why Peacemaker calls him Dye Beard in season 1? Yeah, that's Economos.
Yo, let this keep playing. I want to see.
Had to go back in a certain way, then you had to come together, and then the camera ramps down. Ramps down means it goes faster.
Back to.
And so It's
And you literally just have to do it over and over
and we had to do it over and over,
again.
and then you're standing on the lazy Susan as we're curling around you, and it wasn't only that I had to direct you kissing a man; it was that I had to kiss you directing a man in
No,
front
you
of.
have to direct me kissing.
2? James, this show wasn't in your original DCU plan. You didn't have to do any of this. You chose to keep this around to keep your wife in. And then you wrote it.
What?
You said I had to kiss you directing a man.
I wish. I had to direct you kissing a man in front of like 200, 300 extras more that were, a lot of whom were fans. And so it was just, the whole thing was kind of weird before it happened. I literally, I wasn't comfortable about it, admittedly.
Buddy, in your show.
Yes.
Someone
You also
every character in the show is dating his wife.
If also, you didn't need it. You could have had a nice moment where they were just together there. They laugh, they look at each other, and they're like, "Yeah, we can move past our differences." You don't need it.
I'm gonna say this: if we're doing the romance, do the kissing. Don't do the stupid head touch or hug. Don't do the foreheads together hugging. This is more intimate than a kiss. Just do a kiss. I'm just simply pointing out the fact that every character is dating his wife, is boning his wife, bro.
Rick Flag, Peacemaker.
It's like, bro. And then Creature Commandos. There was some cuck stuff in there, and bro, everything's in it. The Suicide Squad. I guess there wasn't really any. Was there anything cuck in there? I don't think so. There's some weird romance stuff with Harley Quinn that was like whatever. But I try to forget everything that happened with Harley Quinn and the Suicide Squad because it's so horrible for the plot.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, it's like I can't. I get your wife's hot, bro. Why do you keep? Why?
You don't have to write that.
I had to do it, and he's like, it's like
no, you didn't get.
Do I need
you
to pull
wrote
the
it.
picture back up of? I'd have to try to find it, but that picture of the original roadmap for the DCU Chapter 1, Peacemaker ain't on there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You knowingly brought Peacemaker back on. Main theory, because you wanted to keep your wife employed as an actress in the main DCU going forward. And wrote that. You decided to make that a central theme of your season.
Yeah.
So, well, let's wrap up this whole conversation with just the DCU in context. I got a clip here from EFAP, Every Frame of Pause, which is a super in the weeds podcast. If you want to hear every frame, what's wrong with the movie, then you should go watch that podcast. But they compiled all of the box. It's going to be muted, so we're not going to listen to it. We're just going to talk about the numbers. All of the box office stuff for Superman, because it's finally done in the box office. Okay? And this gaslighting campaign of trying to convince you that this movie was successful can finally stop. It is the worst performing Superman movie. Like, I think not counting Superman 3 and The Quest for Peace. Oh, you gotta count those. Okay, I'll count them. Sure, whatever. It beats The Quest for Peace. Congrats.
Barely.
I don't even know what the box. But so Superman 78, right? Okay. $55 million. A lot of money. $300 million box office. Flop. Oh wait, not until you adjust it for inflation.
$1.5 billion in today's money.
All right. Superman 2. $54 million. $216 million. Flop. Oh wait, no, not if you adjust for inflation. You can't adjust for inflation. That's not fair.
That's not how many dollars it made.
$1 $1. Keep going because it gets funnier. Superman Returns, an objective box office flop. $223 million. $391 million box office. I believe $223 million at the time was the most expensive movie ever made. This is the year we were born. I probably just made anyone listening who watched this movie feel like an odd, but yeah, I believe this was the most expensive movie ever made at the time.
I think at the time.
Holy, it lost money. All right, that is true. 600. What is it? 628. I can't see it. It's right behind my phone.
628,005 or yeah.
Can't take them anywhere.
$628,507,011.
Hey Jake, you see the title of the video up here? That's you, bro. Yeah. Superman Returns. All right. What's next? Man of Steel.
$670,000.
Snyder sucks. Of course we beat Man of Steel. Oh wait, we didn't even do it. Not adjusted for inflation?
Ooh.
No. But the movie's better. It didn't lose to something ridiculous like I don't know, like maybe Batman v Superman or something like that. That it would never. Did I just completely break it? Hold on. There you go. It never lose to Batman v Superman. Oh. But you know what? Batman v Superman was the first time Batman and Superman were on screen together. That's why this is a failure, by the way. $874 million because you have Batman and Superman on screen together, and it did $874 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, bro. Dude, I keep breaking freaking thing. Hold on. There we go. All right, so we got that. We're just gonna let this play. Okay, bro. Just keep breaking, please. Yeah, keep doing that. That's awesome. I love when you do that. They were yapping a bit. Let me get some fast forward. 1 second. Talking about it. All right. Did I skip? I might have skipped Superman. Hold on, because I think they went right into. Oh, wait, hold on. Are they about to talk about Rocket Raccoon? Is my timing? I think I have it. No, it's at 3x speed. This is how much they talk about stuff. 15 years ago. This is a great point here. Oh, did your phone just die?
No, it's 1 sec.
15 years ago, no normal person knew who Rocket Raccoon was. Superman is the most widely recognized character in all of fiction. At one point in time. I don't know that he is anymore, but there was a point in time he absolutely was. Guardians of the Galaxy. 773 million. Guardians Volume 2. Look at this. Superman did 615. Hey, Jake, do you know what Superman 2025 615 million is adjusted for inflation?
About 615 million, maybe 616 million.
That's not fair.
Yeah,
You can't. It made $615 million. But I had more fun.
I had more fun, though. So that means it made more money and it was successful.
I had more fun, though. This isn't fair. This might be a list. Okay, how many superhero films have made more money than James Gunn's Superman? Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, The Amazing Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's at 3x speed, so I'm trying to stop it in time.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is
Freaking
kind of crazy.
Venom.
Bro. What?
Across Spider-Verse. Days of Future Past, Deadpool, Logan, Deadpool 2, Deadpool and Wolverine, The Dark Knight Rises, The Batman, Joker, Iron Man 2, The Avengers,
Joker.
Iron Man 3, Thor but Joker did $1 billion.
That's a good
Thor the Dark World. Winter Soldier.
peak.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Age of Ultron. Civil War. Doctor Strange. Pretty much every Marvel movie ever. I mean, I'm just going to let the Marvel movies
Ant-Man
play
and
out
the
here.
Wasp. Multiverse
Thor,
Madness. Love and Thunder.
Man of Steel.
Superman
But I don't like
sucked,
Zack
guys.
Snyder.
Superman
But I don't
sucked, guys.
Zack Snyder. But I don't like Zack Snyder.
whether you like it or not, the cinematography.
Suicide Squad 2016. Wonder Woman, Justice League, The Incredibles. Where's Aquaman?
Hancock.
I don't even know if it was on here.
Hancock.
I might have missed it. I don't know what Hancock. I don't even know what that is.
This is the one with Will Smith. That made more money than Superman.
Dude,
Oh my.
Superman bombed. Not to mention, you can use their numbers of like the 225 million, and it lost money, and we know it cost more than that. Or James Gunn threw an intern under the bus for tax fraud. Which, in fairness, would line up with his character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, can we stop this astroturfing now? Are we done with it? The movie sucked. All right. And look, the box office, maybe in fairness, you can't say it determines everything. Which, you know what? I would agree with it. There could be a really good movie that just bombed at the box office, you know?
Yeah, it
I
can
think
happen.
F1's a better movie than how much it made.
Yeah.
I mean, it still made a decent amount of money, but I still think F1's a better movie than what it made.
I agree.
First off, I'm gonna point it out. If you're just parading it around like it is a big thing, you know, Superman soars. Superman's the biggest, the highest grossing thing since the last grossing thing that ever grossed.
Mm-hmm.
So I am gonna do that. And on top of that, this is mostly just to show you how stupid all this stuff was. Oh, sorry, is that up? My bad. Sorry about that. Okay, that's a little cheeky. I'll say that because I do like James Gunn stuff, and I don't really think he should have ever been fired for those tweets. But joke, by the way, I thought of that joke before I thought of anything else in the video when I cut to that in my video. That was literally like part
Such
of my
crazy
video was
joke.
I was like, when I was scripting, I was like, how do I get to that joke? Because I wanted to use that Ricky Gervais clip, and I wanted to mention the tweets, and I was like, well, the best way is that this show feels like it was written by a 14-year-old who just learned how to swear. Coincidentally, James Gunn was probably with a 14-year-old. The Jamie Foxx clip, which is probably one of my other favorite parts of it, just came to me naturally because I remembered it when I was editing. I was like, there's a clip out there somewhere of Jamie Foxx talking about Leonardo DiCaprio saying the N-word.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually Samuel L. Jackson. Say that shit, motherfucker. Love Samuel L. Jackson. But yeah, do you think Supergirl gets to 400 million?
I think it hits 285.
Wow.
Maybe
I think it depends on when it comes out around Spider-Man, to be honest.
That's true.
If it comes out like a week after Spider-Man, I think it'll have a good first weekend. Couple weeks after Spider-Man. Once all the Spider-Man hype has died down and it's over $1 billion, it sounded like a hot take when we talked about it when Man of Tomorrow was announced. The idea that Man of Tomorrow is James Gunn's last project. There's going to be a $1 billion MCU movie next year with Spider-Man. Maybe 2. I'm not convinced. I feel like Doomsday could bomb.
I feel like it really could because no one cares about the characters, so.
And everyone knows it's gonna suck. But
people
Spider-Man is Spider-Man.
Like,
Spider-Man's gonna make $1 billion.
Infinity War and Endgame were so good because like they were well written with all the characters, but people also cared about the characters. So they were like,
I wouldn't call Endgame necessarily well written.
Well, you know what I mean. But Infinity War especially, but they cared about the characters and they wanted to see what happened to their favorite characters. That's why people went and saw those movies.
But we'll have plenty of time to talk about Doomsday because we're gonna have to find time to fill. The point is, there's a good chance that could bomb. Spider-Man's probably gonna hit $1 billion. If Spider-Man doesn't hit $1 billion, and it's an alright movie, because Spider-Man can be alright and hit $1 billion.
Yeah.
I'm ready to finally go. Okay, it's superhero fatigue. It's not just the movie sucks fatigue. Which there might be a video on the way about that coming soon. Which I already have the title for. Because Spider-Man. I feel like you had to say a bigger deal than Batman, and Batman's number 2, and obviously bigger than Superman. But Supergirl's gonna it's gonna be embarrassing because they're coming out
Yeah.
around the same time. There's a point where it was coming around like same weekend, but I think
it's gonna get
altered a bit. But
blown out of the water.
like my like harsh prediction, and this might be, it's just 'cause I can't imagine a superhero movie doing this poorly this late into it's like 365 million is like the low end I see, and then like if it's amazing, it could drag its way to 500 million.
Yeah.
If it's amazing. If it's anything else, it'll barely get over 400. It'll do what Brave New World did, maybe. I think it's more shooting for the Thunderbolts range at this point. Can we do that one too? Can we admit that as well?
Thunderbolts is
I know we did-
horrible, bro.
Can we just? I wouldn't even say it's not the worst superhero movie of the year.
No.
And it's not the second worst superhero movie of the year. And it's not the third or fourth worst superhero project of the year. And Invincible Season 3 came out this year, right? Okay, it's not the fifth either. So, it's like the second best superhero project of the year, probably.
Yeah.
Dude, that was Fantastic Four, the best thing we've got.
And I didn't like it. Like, I liked it,
was
and then I got to the end, and I was like, this is horrible.
The third act sucked, and the second act was pretty bad, but it looked cool.
Yeah.
The first act is solid. And that movie sucks, and it's the best superhero thing of the year. Dude, it got viewed by like 20 people when they put it on Disney Plus. Like Superman did something millions of people when it got put on HBO Max, according to their numbers. Fantastic Four was like 30,000. All right, but look, we've been on the DCU train for the last like 9 weeks, 10 weeks, pretty much going back to Superman, which was one of our. I know we talked a bit about Fantastic Four in our final episode before your hiatus, which you've never come back from because you're still not making videos. You did stream. You weren't very energetic about it. How's Yotai? How was the first hour of it? I have been informed that it was pretty solid.
It was pretty
decently
solid.
All right, pretty solid.
I mean, it really just feels like a reskin of Tsushima with less soul.
And the main character sucks. That's the thing I've seen, is that the main character is like.
I'm just less compelled because, like,
I haven't even started it.
the start you get some like of Tsushima, you get like the start, you kind of see a little bit of his background, and then like everything gets ripped away, and you're like, whoa. In this one, it's literally the first thing you see is their whole family dying, and so it's like I have no reason to. Like, I'm not invested in this person. I don't care that their family. Like, not that I'm like, oh, I don't care that your family's dying, but like, I don't know you as a character, so I'm not that invested in you.
I try to avoid the politics stuff, okay? Even in my Peacemaker video, I wanted to talk about it so bad, but I knew I had to wait until I deconstructed the writing before I could talk about James Gunn. I guess this is the last point I'm going to make on this James Gunn thing, because it's like, that stupid... Well, maybe this universe is so different than ours than we want to believe.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
It's like, how many times did you have to kill 30 people in a swimming pool because they were
And it's even worse
Nazis?
when James Gunn comes on and is like, I had some racists who didn't like this episode. It's like, oh, so we're just back to the fan blaming. Cool.
Yeah.
But the thing about Yotai, and it was my worry, and I've seen this. I haven't played the game, so I'm not going to say this is, I have heard this from reviews and stuff I've seen, is that the main character is a wet blanket nothing. And my greatest concern when they announced it was that it was some DEI reason, because I don't know if you know this. In feudal Japan, women weren't doing that much when it comes to being warriors.
In feudal Japan.
When it comes to being warriors. They don't do that much now when it comes to being warriors. Being honest, they're not in special forces.
But I don't care if the story's good.
Yeah.
And so far,
So, that was my fear. And I haven't started it. So maybe I'll start it and I'll be like, hold on. Jake was tweaking. This is amazing. I actually am really into. I don't think I'm going to be. But I'll go in with an open mind because Tsushima was so good.
I'm still going to
If it
enjoy
invoke- I'm
the
gonna be honest.
combat because, like, it's
gonna
the
be
same
honest,
as Ghost,
I'd
and I
be-
enjoy it.
I'd be more compelled if it was focusing on the chick from the first game. Yuna? Is her name Yuna?
Mm-hmm. I think you know.
That would make more sense to me.
Yeah. She's also like a good, well-written character.
She's alright. She's kind of just there for the sake of being there. It wasn't. There's a. Look, I don't know. I'll play Yotai at some point. I was gonna play Battlefield 6, and then I was like, do I really want to pay $70 for a game I'm maybe gonna play for a month? The answer was no, so I returned it. It was fun enough. I don't know. I'm not a big Battlefield guy, but I played that a bit, and then I've been watching baseball because my Dodgers are in the NLCS right now, so I'm watching that. So I haven't actually sat down and played games in a while, so I don't even know when I'll play it, but I'll play it at some point.
Yeah.
And it's got to be, it'll either be within the next month or it'll be like 4 months from now because Black Ops 7 is coming out. So yeah, I was curious. You are streaming. Are you making a video? Can we get this?
I'm not sure what I want to make yet is the only thing.
Peacemaker.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to do that, go back and talk about something that you want to talk about.
Yeah, I might end up just doing that.
That's where I'm about to go to after I make my superhero fatigue video.
I thought about doing a Demon Slayer video, but
sure, do that. I won't make a Demon Slayer video, so
it's fair. And then I guess I can feel out how Ufotable is with copyright. They might be pretty chill.
It's just WB. If it's just them, they're so annoying.
It's actually so annoying.
Oh my gosh, I'm so mad about that. All right, let's talk a bit about some Marvel stuff.
Bro, my Superman video got hit with copyright, and I only used still photos.
It did, and you only used still photos. Were they like screenshots?
They were like, I just got them on Google. It was just still photos.
Mine didn't even get hit with that. I don't think. I kind of want to check.
Mine got hit, but.
Maybe I'll have a new womp womp comment. Nope.
Give it time.
One guy deleted his comment though.
Good for him.
Oh wait, I do have 4 comments. Let's see if there's any real comments on it to respond to live on air. Her. I'm trying to remember how to. Am I tweaking? Let me see audience. Is there Can I just see that? It's funny. These comments pop up when I don't really care if I see them or not. And it's like, now I'm trying to find them. And I'm like, I just want to see if I got called an idiot or media illiterate yet. Let me pull it up. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, I don't know what. There's nothing coming out. It's like,
yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm probably going to go back and make some other videos at some point. But womp, womp, womp. It's all womp, womp. It's just Gun Bros finding it and commenting womp, womp. They don't have a response. The show sucks.
They can't handle it, bro.
They don't. I was giving them the benefit of the doubt and saying they're gonna comment these 3 things. This is probably the main critique you'll see, and they're just proving they're unintelligent. They're just, I know. Womp womp. Got him.
I did it.
Thanks for the view, buddy. Bye. Oh, it's so funny. They're so stupid. They're so stupid. It's like your favorite thing sucked. I'm sorry. It was bad. You can enjoy it. That's cool. It sucked.
It's bad.
If you think it's intelligent, that just tells me how unintelligent you are. So, cool. Unfortunately, this is out. It's 3 minutes long. Invincible can't figure out how to time things in a way that's convenient. You said it's not even really a trailer, right? Is it just
No, it's literally just them talking about season 4.
Just taking in the ambiance.
Oh, is it just an excuse to show, like, they're like, hey, look, we actually have a couple frames instead of it's just being a still image this time?
Yeah.
They're like, all right, and the animation's getting better. Cool. Is the writing getting better? The story?
One, it's the place where I tell everyone when I'm gonna be back.
I wonder how that happened.
You don't fight with your skin.
Arms. Is that some season 3 thing that I haven't gotten to?
Yeah, he basically breaks all his arms and legs get broken.
Oh, cool. So there's another pointlessly violent scene that I haven't seen yet. I love The Boys, the animated series.
Okay, that was not an intelligent take. But
no, it's violence without purpose. It's violence without purpose. That's 90% of Invincible. Super flashy action scenes so that you forget the lobotomizing story and go, that looked awesome. Peak. Sorry, it is. It is.
all right, shut up.
It is.
Continue.
It is.
Continue.
It is. Okay. If there's nothing actually going on here, you're hype about some casting.
Yeah, the Lee Pace as Thrag casting is actually very good.
What's his name?
Lee Pace. Lee Pace.
Pace.
He was Ronan in
Is
Guardians
his
of the
voice?
Galaxy. Yeah.
Okay. He was who?
Ronan in Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Oh, he was Ronan. Okay, well that's why I didn't recognize him.
Yeah. And then he's Legolas's dad in The Hobbit. Very good actor. Oh, I forgot you haven't.
Cool. I'm not looking forward to it.
Naturally.
I'm sure there'll be some very heated episodes when this is coming out.
Oh, there will be.
Maybe season 4 will finally be the first season the writing isn't garbage, and then it won't be. And we're promising something super. We're promising anticipated heated arguments here. And in reality, it'll be like, wow, this is crazy. They actually didn't completely fuck up the power scaling in every way.
Yeah, the power scaling isn't perfect for sure.
Or when a character just gets murdered to death, and they're like, actually, he was asleep. like Alan.
Well, that's kind of Alan's power. Like,
His brain is like 40 feet from his head, but they'll just put some crazy glue on that, and he works again, and he's stronger. Bro, it's so funny. Anyway, see, you think Cecil's bad? Well, I think he's an idiot. I don't think he's bad, but yeah, that's season 3 so far.
Yeah, no.
I just gotta get.
It actually gets way. He does some really stupid stuff coming up.
Oh my god, I gotta get
season
through
3 into
6
season
more
4.
episodes, and then I don't ever have to think about Invincible until season 4 comes out. I can't believe, bro. Oh, Peacemaker came out, so I was able to stop watching Invincible, but that meant I had to watch Peacemaker. It's like, okay, but yeah, look, Jake likes Invincible. I think it's pure, utter dog trash. Not. Dude, it's hard for me. I also am overly harsh on it at times because animated stuff is just it's an immature point of view, I guess, but it's harder for me to take serious animated stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me think of kids shows. I know it's not a kid show, and it's like the anime. It's like it's something I try to get around, but it's hard for me to take seriously when especially the style of it reminds me of like Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah,
where it's like a kid show to an extent. So I always take it with more of a grain of salt than I would for a live action show.
that's understandable.
If that makes any sense. Like, I would probably say, it's hard for me to say this. I'd probably say there's better stuff done in I hated season 2 of Invincible than in season 2 of The Boys. But if you told me you got to rewatch one, I'm probably going to rewatch season 2 of The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes it's kind of hard for me to describe, but it's
it's
a bias I've noticed that I've had in the past. It's part of the reason I struggle to get into animes, and I think it happens with animes less than it does with a show like Invincible, but it's just a bias I realized I've had. All right, let's yell about stupid Marvel people.
What do we have next?
This is a clip.
Oh yeah.
That's going around that just annoys me with how uninformed people, like stupid people. I wouldn't say uninformed because I guess technically I could be wrong about this. So it's from New York City Comic Con. Charlie Cox was on stage. They were talking Daredevil season 2. Jessica Jones. Oh, that will be the next. But we're not looking. It's we have to watch that. They're gonna ruin it more.
They're gonna ruin.
But there's this clip. I'm not sure how clear it's coming through. It's kind of.
Is there like a no one else can play Daredevil rule? Not that any of us are mad about it, but that was you in the Spider-Man trailer earlier. What?
What?
Okay. I think this is all a meme. It's like, oh, when you know he's in it, but you can't prove it, blah, blah. look, Kevin Feige's gonna shoot him. Oh my gosh, he's in Brand New Day. Oh, look how relieved I am. They're talking about Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. So basically, they showed Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, that terrible animated show.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlie Cox voices the Daredevil who shows up in that.
Yeah.
He voices the Daredevil who shows up in that. So the guy said, is there a rule on no one else being able to play Daredevil? Because they just showed the Spider-Man trailer, and that was you. Charlie Cox was probably... I think the first step people are taking is correct. He thinks they're talking about Spider-Man No Way Home, or Brand New Day. I think that is the correct assumption. The next thing is the logical jump that doesn't make any sense, which is this tweet sums it up here. So this sums up what's going on. It's this part. There's a big possibility that Charlie is in Spider-Man Brand New Day and he can't talk about it. No. I don't think he is. I think he was actively thinking about it because one of his co-stars, John Bernthal, is in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reason he's so confused that, like, you're talking about Spider-Man? Is because he is thinking about Brand New Day, and he's confused because he didn't film anything for Brand New Day.
Exactly.
That's my read on it.
I would think...
This isn't Andrew Garfield, like, clearly lying about not being in No Way Home.
Yeah. I'm not
obviously
in
lying.
that. Like,
it's...
Yeah, bro.
This is... I'm confused because I'm not in the new Spider-Man movie. Did they put me in Spider-Man movie? If so, I need to call my agent and we need to get paid.
Yeah, that was their, like... Me?
Yeah.
Huh?
So...
Yeah.
It's like...
People
they would have told us.
Not super
we know about John Bernthal. We know about the incredible... The Brand New Day
it would just be another draw. Like, why wouldn't they announce it?
Also, the reason Punisher and Hulk are in Brand New Day isn't because they wanted to connect it to the MCU. It's literally the opposite. It's because Sony wanted to do a multiverse movie. This is true. This is not speculation. This part is 100% true. Sony wanted to do a multiverse movie. Kevin Feige said no. And also, I don't want to do business with you anymore because you're annoying and I don't like doing business with you. That's a little speculation, but it's pretty clear they don't like doing business with each other. They don't want to keep doing these deals. But you can't do a multiverse movie because it is still my universe, but you're doing the storytelling. You can't do multiverse. Okay, well, if I'm not going to do multiverse, I want some characters. Who do you want? Okay, it's taking place. I want Hulk and Punisher. That's why those two. It's not. We need to connect this to the inner workings of the New York City. Blah 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 blah. No, it's because they were like, oh, well, Punisher and Spider-Man's an interesting dynamic, and Hulk.
And Hulk's cool. People like Hulk.
And Hulk's a draw.
Yeah.
Now listen, the Marvel speculation is due. Like, no one cares anymore. It's kind of depressing, to be honest. I don't think superhero fatigue is a thing. I think Marvel fatigue is definitely a thing, and I think Fantastic Four is... Bro, has anyone talked about Fantastic Four?
Not since...
Anyone who's still talking about a Marvel movie this year, they're talking about Thunderbolts.
Yeah. Not since
Which sucked.
The 2 weeks after it released. No one's talked about it.
Dude, I don't even... We were back on Superman 2 weeks after Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
As awful as I think Superman is, at least people talk about it. Literally, everyone's like, yeah, first act was cool. Second act was whatever. Third act sucked. Anyway, I'm going to kill you because you don't agree with my opinion on Superman.
Yeah.
That was how the
At least, like, Superman was bad, but at least it got fans to argue. Like, at least people cared enough to argue about it. Fantastic Four, people were just like, it was okay. Yeah. It was bad. It was good.
I mean, I would have liked it more if they would have just had good casting, which they did right up until Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I mean, my two least favorite projects of the year are in this order, worst to next, is Daredevil Born Again and Superman. Not because I think they are the worst, because those are the ones that I had hope. Like, it's like one of my most disappointing, I guess.
Yeah, Because it was like
I didn't think they were really gonna be good. I thought they would be all right at best.
but like if
And then it was just
something's
like-
if something is going to be good this year, it will be these things. And then
Or even
and
I just
then they're
want
bad.
these to be good.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's like, okay, cool. So imagine we take this thing that you really like, right? And then imagine we just dunk it in shit, and then we roll it up, and then we throw it out there, and then people are gonna tell you it's better than parts of
The
this
original.
masterpiece over here.
Yeah.
How about we do that?
How about that? How about them apples?
Yeah, and just how dire this thing is. For whatever reason, people keep calling Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man an MCU project. It's not.
No, it isn't.
It was going to be. It's not. I don't know why we keep calling this an MCU project. It just isn't.
Also, it's
Neither is X-Men 97.
this is actually such a nightmare lineup.
Vision Quest?
Dude, Vision Quest was supposed to come out like so long ago.
Yeah, because it's the conclusion to WandaVision.
Bro, that was years ago. That was like 4 years
So-
ago.
I think they delayed Wonder Man. I'm not certain. I thought it was supposed to come out in December. I don't know what this month timeline here is. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is accurate. I don't know if it got delayed or something. I don't care, to be honest, as far as Wonder Man goes. But yeah, man. Like, what? I think I can sit here and cope and say Born Again Season 2 is going to be good, but it's not.
It won't.
I think Punisher has a chance to be good. I'm a little confused at why it's coming out after. I thought it was going to come out before, but whatever. That's fine. And then I think Brand New Day will be fine. But it's like, what is this? As far as DCU projects, it's Lanterns and Supergirl. By the way, in case you're wondering. Because Clayface, I think, is 27.
I thought Clayface was 26.
No, it's into
they're already
26. So
filming.
Clayface is in there too. Yeah. I think that it's out of everything here and all of the DCU stuff, Clayface is the one that I expect to be the highest quality.
Yeah. Which is
Maybe Brand New
insane.
Day. Maybe Brand New Day.
Yeah. I'll like it more just because it's Spider-Man.
That's what I figured about Superman.
And it's like if you yes, but if you have
That's what I thought about Daredevil.
Bro, if Superman had good cinematography, I could have enjoyed it. I wouldn't have liked it, but I could have sat there and been like, yeah, like, I'm flying through the city right now. This is amazing. If it had good cinematography, I could have enjoyed it. It's like,
I
bro,
just can't believe the next thing.
The Amazing
I just-
Spider-Man 2 is terrible. But visually, it's amazing, and the swinging is... it's beautiful.
I can't believe the next thing. Okay, Wonder Man. There will be 7 people who watch it, 6 of whom are doing it to review it.
Yeah.
Who cares about Wonder Man?
The critic to fan ratio for Wonder Man is going to be like
Dude,
10,
I don't even
10 to
think
1.
I don't even know if a critic's gonna watch it.
Well, I mean like critic / reviewer / reactor, whatever.
Oh,
like
yeah.
like the ratio of that to just like fans being like, "Ooh, I want to
New
watch
Rockstar
that."
is gonna tell you it's the best thing since the last thing.
Yeah. No, no, this is actually the best thing since the thing that came out a month ago. It's like, okay.
The thing that came out 6 months ago.
Yeah. This is
Fantastic Four. This is the best Marvel project since the last Marvel project.
Wonder
That was
Man.
better than the last.
Wonder Man will be the best Marvel project to ever release on January 27th, 2026. It will be the best Marvel project ever
Wonder
to
if
release on that day.
Yeah. Well, they might put out a YouTube video though.
That's true. So
What if
maybe not.
Marvel Rivals drop something?
I'm still waiting
See,
for
it-
Rivals to actually release Daredevil.
Yeah, apparently the voice actors met. When I was trying to find that Charlie Cox clip, I saw a photo of them that they took together. So, good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
man,
a
I don't
good
know,
voice
this is so
actor too.
This is so depressing. It's so depressing. We're getting a Batman and Superman movie in the same year.
And, like, no one cares. Like, that's insane.
No one?
No, 30 people are really excited about it. Bro,
no one cares. 30? Only 30?
It's just, like, there's no faith behind any
I'm
of the
shocked they're not in my comments saying, I didn't get cancer from watching the show. You sure? You might want to get that double checked. I think I did. Yeah, dude. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't understand how Daredevil was that bad. I'm still in denial. I still try to convince myself on a consistent basis. Episode 1 at least was good, and it wasn't.
It wasn't. If I could go back in time and make Daredevil Born Again good, dude.
I'm literally just, I don't know what to say. Marvel is just embarrassing.
Like, how is this your lineup of projects?
It's a lineup I wouldn't. Okay, I'm trying to cut out X-Men 97 and freaking Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, are not MCU projects. And I know X-Men 97 is good. I'm just saying MCU, so like looking at this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind this lineup. Daredevil, Punisher, Spider-Man, Avengers?
That would.
And Wonder Man and Vision Quest. Wonder Man and Vision Quest. But those four, I'm like, holy.
If I saw that when I had faith.
Me up.
If you showed me this exact screenshot in 2020, I would go insane. I'd be like, by 2026, we're going to have 2 seasons of Daredevil. I don't know what Wonder Man is, but hey, Marvel's so peak, it'll probably be good. We get another little bit of Punisher. X-Men 97, 2 seasons of that, gotta be good, right? Another Spider-Man movie, this is gonna be peak. Another Spider-Man show, probably gonna be awesome, right? Vision Quest.
That's weird.
Why is it gonna take 6 years? Oh well, we get Doctor Doom. I don't care. Like, but you show it to me now.
Wait, and next year there's going to be a Batman, Superman, and Avengers movie releasing?
What?
2027 is going to be the greatest year ever.
But now you show that to me, and I go, Wonder Man's going to be terrible. They've ruined my favorite show of all time. They've ruined that character.
And they're going to ruin it more.
They're going to continue to piss and shit on it.
They're going to, because now the other characters are coming back. So now Foggy and Karen will be there, so they can ruin them. Even though Karen, they already ruined. Foggy, they haven't gotten to him yet.
Dead. He's dead.
Yeah, but he's alive. He's coming back. He faked his death.
Yeah, right. But Punisher, I probably have... Punisher and Spider-Man are the ones I think are going to be the best. I
don't think John Bernthal would have been in Punisher Special Presentation without... I know he wrote it. I don't think he wrote some trash.
Yeah. Like, it's going to be John Bernthal killing people for like an hour. Like... You can only do that so poorly. Like, I think it's going to be fine.
I don't know. Season 2 was impressively bad.
Well, yeah, but...
It's still not the worst thing ever made, but it's impressively bad. It's just John Bernthal killing people. It's pretty impressive how much it's not that great.
Yeah, because they got away from him just killing people for a lot of it. And it was like, look at these other characters. And I'm like, hold on. I don't care.
Yeah, well, but see... Okay, but that's a little disingenuous just because of season 1 it was like that, though. There was the other character.
Okay, that is, because I actually do care about the characters. Some.
They should I don't think they did. They should just adapt Welcome Back, Frank, for this. The comic line Welcome Back, Frank. Yeah. I know that already parts that have been taken from... Well, you could do a one-shot, like a pretty simple... Because a lot of the chunks of Welcome Back, Frank was already done with, like, season 2 of Daredevil and season 1 of Punisher, so... And even, I think, partially season 2 of Punisher. But there are elements that you could just take that are super simple from Welcome Back, Frank, that you should just do in this. Pretty easy.
Yeah.
You cannot do massive New York City-wide conflict. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Especially not with Daredevil coming out before it and Spider-Man coming out after it. You can't do that. It's got to be contained. That's 90% of the biggest issue they run into with this stuff. Like Born Again. You have him mention Spider-Man, and then he's like, yeah, so basically, I'm Emperor of New York now.
It's like, why haven't I heard about you ever?
And like a million other questions that it's like,
or Thunderbolts.
What do you mean there will be no body cam?
What? You're telling me like
I almost got shot, so basically I'm the Emperor now.
Actual
like,
superheroes like that are squaring up against Thanos are just sitting in New York
people.
going, nah, that's cool, bro.
There's just cops out there shooting people, pulling beanies down. He's a mass vigilante.
Bro, like, you're telling me Doctor Strange isn't like sorting that shit out in 40 minutes?
He has a third eye now. Remember that was that one scene in Multiverse of
I don't care.
Oh, I forgot the one final critique that you can keep talking about how awful Daredevil is. I gotta pull this up actually.
Yeah, I mean, Daredevil Born Again was like the most painfully hard thing to watch. It was abysmal dog shit. And then like you said, the citywide, like, Doctor Strange is just letting Sentry like swallow up the city. Like, Doctor Strange beat
You just went straight to Thunderbolt?
Beat Dormammu. That Doctor Strange is watching Sentry just like, or Void, just completely like shadow overtake New York, and he's like, oh man, it's not my movie, man. Nothing I can do. Sorry, guys.
Well, that was my problem with Moon Knight. All right, I'll sit back up now.
Here, I actually have to grab my MacBook charger. It's about to die.
Yeah, that was my problem with Moon Knight, because it's like the finale is a giant kaiju battle, literally other dimensional. Okay, I have a lot of problems with Moon Knight. Don't get me wrong. This was like, at the time I was still gaslit to thinking Marvel was peak. So my main, like, one of the main things I kind of had with Moon Knight, where I was like, these are interdimensional god kaiju beings, and they're just throwing down in front of the Great Pyramid right now. And it's like, literally there's the line when Loki gets taken by Doctor Strange of like, I monitor interdimensional threats to Earth, and your brother is definitely one of those. I feel like the giant kaiju gods would be as well. I could be wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe I'm wrong there. Now, is that the worst part about Moon Knight? No, the worst part about Moon Knight is it was extremely boring. But yeah, like what he's saying, like Sentry, bro, Sentry being there, no one knows the timeline. Are we dealing with Mayor Fisk? Like, bro, the Mayor Fisk thing is such a cool concept that just doesn't work. It doesn't work in the MCU. It can't. Nope. There's literal news footage of him standing on the back of a U-Haul truck while gunmen just mow down the cops in front of him.
Yeah.
And even then, you could say, well, he was actually acquitted of that crime. Because he was. In Season 3, he got off of it on parole, whatever. So technically, you're still going to have a long way to prove that. Technically, you can say that. Season 3, an FBI agent was like, yeah, basically this dude paid off agents of the FBI and had a bunch of people killed.
Nah, bro, he's mayor now.
No, they said his name. They said his name. Remember? They said his name in episode 8. Remember, Vanessa Fisk said, Agent Nadim, all that. that was the summary. That song was amazing. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty much ready to wrap this up, but I do just want to point out Peacemaker. It's positive on Rotten Tomatoes, 78%. First off, that's impressively low. This show was like in the upper 90s for a while. That tells you how mad Gun Bros are that didn't get their cameos. I saw someone like complaining in a comment section on Instagram. It was like, James Gunn promised all these cameos and we didn't get them. Mm-hmm. And then like someone with a Superman profile picture replied to it, this isn't that MCU cameo slop. There's actual writing here. And I was just dying laughing. But 78%. First off, I'll explain on Rotten Tomatoes works real quick. This doesn't mean the average rating is 78%, little Timmy. This means 78% of the reviews are positive. So if I go on, if Jacob the movie came out and I'm the only person who watched it, Jake's next video comes out and he's on Rotten Tomatoes and I review it and I think it was a very mediocre video and I think it was 51%.
I think it was
a 5 out of 10.
5.1 out of 10.
He has a 100% Rotten Tomatoes rating. It's an aggregator. It's not an average-er. Yeah, I don't think that's a word, but
it's not an average or even a median.
So it's like, technically, you could have a 100% movie that is the most mediocre thing ever because it was just the clearest 6 out of 10 to ever 6 out of 10, so it's 100%. Also, this is not a bragging point because the worst movie ever made has an 85% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. So, you don't know about writing. You're all stupid. And Peacemaker sucked.
Yeah.
This is objectively, by the way, one of the
worst movies ever.
I think it is probably the worst superhero project ever made.
Yeah, probably.
It was shot pretty well. There's some cool scenes. There's some decent acting. Every character, no matter how minor their role, is actively assassinated in the movie. It's hilarious. Well, I'm sure we'll talk about that in the next couple weeks. We'll actually do it now instead of just talking about it. We are gonna do the MCU ranking.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take a while, but we'll start working on it at the very least. I know the bottom of the list for me is gonna be Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
It's when I was thinking through it, it's impressive that there is not a single character who isn't either A, a complete imbecile and stupid, or B, just directly assassinated by the story. It's impressively bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, the MCU
it's cooked. It's over.
It's time to fire James Gunn. It's time to fire Kevin Feige. It's time to fire. Okay, honestly, they can stay. It's time to get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. How is she still around? You ready for Ahsoka season 2?
No, I don't. No one wanted that. No one has ever wanted that.
Hey! I think out of the 12 people who watched Ahsoka season 1, at least 6 of them wanted it.
That's a good point. I mean, the audience is huge.
I don't know if it's bigger than the Mandalorian and Grogu audience, though.
No, it's smaller. They don't have the cuteness factor.
There's 20. Yeah, you're right. There's probably 25 Mandalorian and Grogu fans.
And the Pedro Pascal fans.
There are no Pedro Pascal fans. He doesn't put butts in seats. No one cares about Pedro Pascal. They just keep putting him in everything.
No, he's the biggest star in Hollywood.
All right. I mean, look. Final points. You got anything? We pretty much covered anything. We haven't done our everything sucks and the world's over rant yet at the end.
I don't think...
I think it was pretty much covered with Daredevil.
I think...
is implied.
I'm going to go in a slightly different direction. Not everything sucks. But... all current superhero projects suck. Go outside, touch grass.
I agree. Invincible is garbage, yes.
Feel the sun on your face and go, hey, maybe not everything sucks. Just... most things suck.
I agree. All superhero projects, especially Invincible, suck. I do agree with you, Jake. I do agree with that take that all current superhero projects suck.
Shut up. If you want to watch a good quality movie, go watch Iron Man 2008. Go
watch The Lord of the Rings.
Go watch Lord of the Rings Extended Edition full trilogy. Spend about a full 24 hours on that.
It's worth it.
It is worth it.
As someone who waited... I waited till it was in IMAX. It is worth it. I can tell you. Yeah, and if you think any character in any movie that's come out or show in the last 3 years is well written, pay attention to literally every minor character in Lord of the Rings because they have more depth than any main character in the last 6 years.
Yeah. Name a side character in Lord of the Rings.
Merry and Pippin.
Merry and Pippin, both extremely well written with. Oh, what's this? A character arc where they start here and end in a different place.
Wait, but in the second movie, in Two Towers, they do the smart thing and they just reset them back to where they started in Fellowship, right?
Wait,
and then they just do the exact same development.
They kept going from where they left off and then continued the development instead of just doing the same thing again.
Okay.
I know, you have to play.
Okay. Okay, Peter Jackson, bro.
I don't know why.
Okay, Jackson, bro.
I don't know why. No, I
Okay.
I am a Peter Jackson, bro. I'll stand on that.
Okay, Tolkien, bro.
I am a Tolkien bro. Tolkien doesn't miss.
All right, bro. Hey, we'll stay over here in the media literate club over here in the gun, bro. Womp womp.
Womp womp, bro.
I'm so glad that the finale didn't have cameos because now people are realizing how awful the show was, even if they still don't know it for the
They
right
couldn't
reasons,
just go,
they couldn't find it.
Bro, when Superman came in, it was so shocking and cool, bro. James Gunn is a visionary.
At least there was no action scenes too, so there wasn't any just gruesome violence for people to put on Twitter and go, whoa, holy peak, bro! Did you see that? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! It's like The Boys, like, you know, where it's like the worst written thing ever, but then some dude was eating another dude out from behind, and it was like, the writing is incredible.
Whoa,
and it's like,
wait.
dude, you just like looking at weird stuff.
His writing is this fire?
You're just a weirdo. It's like, no, the show sucks. What?
Like, no, you're just a freak, bro. Chill.
Yeah. I don't really have any closing thoughts. I mean, as far as what we're gonna talk about next week, I got no idea. We'll figure it out by then. Something we can rant about, whatever. Who knows? Maybe we'll watch Andor or something. Who knows?
We'll see.
Point is, Jake, any final actual thoughts now that we're actually on final thoughts?
Not really. Remember, most things suck, but not everything. So look for the stuff that doesn't suck. The rare things.
The axle on my car blew up.
The axle on your car is one of the many things that
I think it was the
sucks.
Gun Bros.
The Gun Bros sabotaged your car.
Nah, they didn't. That car's
It's just an old car.
Nah, I don't think they're that smart. They couldn't. They didn't. They probably don't even know what an axle is.
Who's that?
Is that a side character? Is that a side character who's misunderstood?
Wait, is that a guy in Peacemaker? Wait.
Is that a side character that's misunderstood and does drugs and nudity?
Wait, or is that the furry sidekick? Which one? Which one?
The rough around the edges team. Is that the ragtag crew?
Is that the ragtag crew of people? Is that what it is?
All right. We can finally stop talking about Gun Bros. We'll probably talk about anything else next week.
We'll have like a month or two break
After
from that.
8 weeks of talking about how stupid Gun Bros are, I can finally stop. My next video won't be a DCU project because I'm all caught up on that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I will go for. I guess that's not technically true because I'm gonna talk about how Superman sucks in my next video. One more video I had to make, and maybe I'll go back and do Guardians of the Galaxy so I can piss them off again. It kind of depends. It's kind of fun to piss them off, especially when
really
they just can't respond because they're just wrong. They just say womp womp. It's funny.
Yeah.
You see the thumbnail and just get.
All right. Well, we can wrap it up there. Thank you guys for watching.
Are in the description. We will be on Rants and Reviews with Jake next week. Maybe there'll be a video. And yeah, maybe he'll be lazy and just crop up clips of this, and that'll be his Peacemaker video.
Yeah.
Anyway, just do something.
Yeah. All right. Well,
you got like 300 views for all three of your. You got like over 100 views on all three of your videos.
I know. I was cooking.
Yeah. Then why didn't you make another video? It's not that hard.
I will. Gosh, give me.
I turned a 45-minute around in like a 45-minute video around in 2.5 days.
Yeah, I know. They're in pre-production, but thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
Make sure to hit the gym, stay healthy, take care. All links in the description. You can go listen on audio platforms, leave a 5-star rating if you want, or leave a 1-star if you think we're stupid.
That's fair.
Actually, don't do that because we are stupid, so we will get a 1-star review. So just don't do anything if you think we're stupid.
Correct.
Or leave a 5-star if you think you're stupid because we are stupid. Anyway.
Goodbye, everybody.
Adios. Bye, everybody.